Do you love a narcissist? Hi, welcome to my work. I'm author and coach Grace Rolson. This book is new. It's available on Amazon. It's 11 keys, and I give you the best of the best, what I've learned after living through it. So, if you have realized that you aren't loving yourself by loving the narcissist, take heart and have hope. I write for women so they don't have to spend their entire lifetime suffering unloved and unfulfilled lives without self love, trying to get love from a personality disordered narcissist. Sometimes being nice to the narcissist isn't being kind to ourselves. The key is that once we awake to our own destruction and delusion, self delusion, we don't have to self abuse or self sabotage any longer. Let me ask you, have you suffered enough? To heal, we can bravely face ourselves, to acknowledge our dysfunctional thinking, unhealthy attachments. We can stop chronic codependency, face our love addiction, break the trauma bonds that keep us stuck in cycles of pain, abuse, and disrespect that chips away at our self esteem. We can rebuild our self esteem one esteemable act at a time. We can practice self respect as our new healthy habit. We can have major shifts in our thinking, beliefs, and mindsets that contribute to making better choices or discovering our choices. Choice is our power. When we finally learn our lessons and see our worth and value, we embark on the all important path of personal growth and we can become the hero we need. With a serious commitment to recovery, solid support, and understanding, healing can happen for us. We get courage through connection, expand our knowledge of the narcissist empath codependent dilemma, and use wisdom. We step bravely into a new chapter with a new upgraded version of ourselves and out of our former lives. Our happiness is on the other side of our very important self work and soul work. Self work is some of the most important work we will ever do. We need to prioritize ourselves. If you're ready and willing to learn and do this work, I am here to teach, coach, and mentor. So get started on a new path towards health, healing, and wholeness today by picking up this book. It's available in print and Kindle. And this is the follow-up book from So You Love an Alcoholic. I encourage you to pick it up on Amazon and start reading those 11 keys to stop the self-sabotage. Once you see them, they're so simple, but they're so awakening at the same time. I give you the 3 that I use to get myself out of that toxic, codependent, trauma bonded relationship. So I was with a narcissist for 15 years, did not know he was a narcissist. I didn't marry him, but I had one child with him. I fought on the front lines of family court for 12 years for the safety and protection of our only child. And I learned to co parent in peace using skillful means after fighting that family court custody battle, using strategy and skills and lawyers. So I endured all those years of post separation abuse before I embarked on the skillful means approach to stop being the narcissist target of blame. But if you don't have any children with a narcissist, I suggest read this book and see how many books I wrote for mothers that do have children with narcissists and are stuck in family court or required to co-parent with what they feel is their own personal enemy. So I have this book available on Amazon for you to pick up. Just know that nothing I give you is direct advice. It's not prescribed therapy. It's not therapy that has actually had any scientific backing. I'm a thriver, a person who survived all of this and came out stronger and wiser than before. So take my survivor wisdom and leave the rest for later if it's not helpful. Every case is different, so what I say may not apply to you. So take what you like, leave the rest. This book can be so helpful for understanding how to break free of codependency forever. Yes, forever. So I am 14 years. What are we? 15 years out. So I did 15 years in, 15 years out. My life is so much better without the narcissist in it. I'm also so much better healing from narcissistic abuse. I'm so much better without the trauma bonds. My life can be joyful. I have freedom today that I want for all of you. The heartache, the pain, the hardship, I had to endure that. I even had to break my own heart to break up with the narcissist. It's one of the most self loving, sacrificial things I did. And then I learned that the love I had was just fear of missing out, fear of what it will do next, fear of being alone. I had so many fears. I talk about that in my first book, So You Love an Alcoholic. My background is loving and leaving an alcoholic, and then going to fight on the front lines of family court for 12 years to protect our only child. If you want, you can pick up those books. The narcissist often has multiple diagnoses or don't have them on the books from the DSM, but they have more than one problem and you're dealing with all those problems. But what if your problems are for you, and your job and your responsibility is for you to heal yourself? So pick up this book, So You Love a Narcissist, 11 Keys to Stop Self-Sabotage, so that you can move on with your life and have a happy, joyful life and be fulfilling a purpose and have a mission that isn't saving just a man. So if my story resonates with you, you can find this on Amazon and Kindle. It'll soon be in print. I have 10 other books prior to this. This is a condensed version, a very shorter book. You could just bring your highlighter, your journal, your notes, and really reflect on those keys that I'm offering. If you are in a family court battle, I have survivor wisdom for ending a co-parenting war with a narcissist, because once you know a narcissist, you know some of their blind spots and you know how you're being triggered into trauma responses. And there's ways to manage yourself and ways to turn from being the target of blame. So if you broke up with the narcissist and you are the target of blame because you bruised and battered his fragile ego, you may be getting what's called post-separation abuse, getting more abused outside of the relationship than when you were in it. I call it co-parenting abuse, and I found ways that end that using skillful means. So Think Peace, Not War, that is another book available for moms who are still with the narcissist or leaving the narcissist. This should be about planting seeds of goodwill and cooperation so that you can have peace. Now remember, us empaths, codependents, we thrive in peace, where the narcissist thrives when there's chaos and drama. So we don't want to just survive life. We want to go on to thrive, and we want that for our children. So welcome to my work. I hope you pick up some of my books on Amazon and support me as a self-published author. The links will be down in the description box. Remember to like and subscribe if you want any of my free webinars and get notified here on YouTube as I pick up a topic and give you all the wisdom I have to offer. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to learn, heal, and outgrow the narcissist.